What if I told you that your brain isn't making every decision on its own? Right now, deep inside your gut, trillions of tiny microbes are constantly sending messages that can influence your mood, your focus, your cravings, and even the way you think. Scientists now call this hidden connection the gut-brain axis, and it's changing everything we thought we knew about the human mind. So if you've ever wondered why your emotions suddenly shift or why certain foods seem impossible to resist, the answer may not be in your brain at all. It may be living in your gut. Imagine waking up in a bad mood, struggling to focus, or craving junk food before your day has even begun. You might blame your brain, but what if the real signal came from somewhere else? Hidden inside your body is a powerful communication network linking your gut and brain every second of the day. Through the vagus nerve, millions of messages race between them, and surprisingly, most travel from your gut to your brain. This means your gut isn't just digesting food, it's quietly influencing your emotions, thoughts, and even the choices you believe are entirely your own. The most surprising part? This silent conversation never stops, even while you're sleeping. But the story doesn't end with the gut-brain connection. Hidden inside your gut are trillions of microscopic bacteria, and they're influencing your brain every single day. These microbes produce powerful chemical signals that travel to your brain, shaping your mood, focus, and even your food cravings. Feed them healthy foods, and they help keep your mind balanced. Feed them mostly sugar and ultra-processed foods, and the signals begin to change. Suddenly, you crave more of the very foods that keep those harmful bacteria alive. Without realizing it, you're not just feeding your body, you're feeding the voices that quietly influence your next decision. Have you ever snapped at someone for no clear reason, forgotten something important, or felt mentally drained even though nothing stressful had happened? It might not be just one of those days. When your gut is out of balance, it can send distress signals to your brain through the gut-brain axis. These signals can increase inflammation, disrupt brain communication, and make it harder to stay calm, focused, or think clearly. Over time, this silent interference can shape your emotions and decisions without you noticing. The most surprising part? It all begins with what you've been feeding your gut every single day. Have you ever promised yourself just one cookie, but somehow ended up finishing the whole pack? It feels like a lack of willpower, but science tells a different story. Certain gut bacteria survive by feeding on sugar and ultra-processed foods. As they grow, they release chemical signals that travel to your brain, making those foods seem even more tempting. Every time you give in, you strengthen the same bacteria, making the next craving even harder to resist. Without realizing it, you're trapped in a silent loop where your gut keeps asking for the foods that help it survive. The frightening part? Many of your cravings may begin long before you're consciously aware of them. Here's the most exciting part. Your gut isn't fixed for life. The trillions of bacteria living inside you can begin to change within days of changing your habits. Every healthy meal feeds beneficial microbes, while every sugary, ultra-processed snack strengthens the ones that work against you. Over time, those tiny changes can reduce cravings, sharpen your focus, and help stabilize your mood. Add enough sleep, regular movement, and foods rich in fiber, and your gut starts sending healthier signals to your brain. In other words, you're not just changing your diet, you're rewiring the hidden system that quietly influences how you think, feel, and make decisions every single day. The biggest surprise isn't that your gut affects your brain, it's that it's been doing it your entire life without you noticing. Every meal you eat is sending instructions to the trillions of microbes inside you, and together, they're quietly influencing your mood, cravings, focus, and daily decisions. Your brain isn't working alone, it's constantly listening to your gut. So if you want a healthier mind, don't just train your brain, start feeding your gut differently. Because sometimes, the smallest changes inside your gut create the biggest changes inside your life. If this changed the way you see your body, subscribe to Brain Secrets Explained for more eye-opening brain science.